In fact, tomorrow and Saturday, it's not just strong winds that we're going to be watching for, but hail, possibly a tornado across the Central Plains and the Mid-South.
A lot of different places that need to be heads up, and to make matters worse, a lot of areas could see some of those storms after dark as well. Welcome in, everyone. This is Weather Unfiltered. I'm Mike Bettis.
I'm Alex Wilson. I got a lot to break down for you. Also an area to watch in the Atlantic. We'll break that down. But we start with the storms. You know, we're getting towards that time of year where we start to see severe weather perk up a bit, and that's exactly what's going on.
All right, second season hitting us in places like Colorado, and those storms will march their way east as we go through the week. So the plains, you're next, and after that.
In parts of the country, we have seen absolutely no rain. And other areas, maybe where we don't expect it, you've seen more than you'd anticipate. We look at the October rainfall for Phoenix versus Dallas. About 3¼ inches in Phoenix. Dallas, we gave you like a sympathy green line, but there's been nothing. Zero rain for the month in the month of October. So again, the haves and the have-nots. We focus now on the have-nots. Of course, Dallas, just one of those areas where we have not seen the rain for the month of October. In fact, the last time you saw measurable rain was towards the end of September 24th to be exact. You're tied for the 4th warmest October so far as well. So not only has it been dry, but it's been warm, and that has allowed drought to set in across parts of Texas, including North Texas in Dallas. Forecast remains very similar to what we've seen. So we're going to stay with persistence. We've got warm temperatures. Average high is near 80, but we're upper 80s, low 90s Friday and Saturday. Again, Monday, early through late next week. We've got plenty of low to mid 80s on tap, and even some low and mid 80s towards the end of the month. Very little wet weather in the forecast. Now, your average last 90-degree day across the state of Texas would be coming now, or some areas have actually already passed it, including Dallas. Your average last 90-degree day is October 8th. Now, the latest you've seen it is close to the new year, so we know even in the heart of winter, we can still get those warm-up days, but, you know, we're still keeping those temperatures up and even over 90 degrees in Dallas. And again, with the lack of rain, it has allowed drought conditions to settle in. Month to date, take a look at your rainfall totals. Whole lot of zeros on that map for our Texas cities. Amarillo, a little over 1/3 inch. Oklahoma, 2/100ths. Shreveport, nothing. St. Louis, nothing. We go back to September 1st, looking at the drought monitor. Very little drought across North Texas, even into Central Texas. There was very little to speak for. You got to get down to like San Antonio and southward before we saw significant drought. At last check, though, you can see that drought has settled in, especially up there into North Texas, where we've got some areas in the, dry, even moderate categorization. And with no rain coming, things may get worse. There's your next 10 days.